I'm going to show you how to complete all the challenge boards in the Driftball district, which is going to get you new colors, new optics, new teams, and the Driftballers badge. The first board is going to be the rookie challenge board, which actually only appears on rookie servers. So you're going to want to select a rookie server on the board and then click travel to station. Once you've loaded in, you're just going to head down the ramp and follow the giant purple arrow to this challenge board on your left. Go ahead and press the green button to unlock, and then it's going to tell you to register your heart ball. Just behind the board to the right, there's this little pedestal. Hold grip over your heart ball and drop it on there, and then you can head back to the board and press the green button. Then it's going to tell you to fuel up and fly. So you're just going to head to the left, grab this fuel cell, and then press B or Y to fire your wrist thrusters and press the green button again. Then it's going to tell you to visit Spark Supplies. So all you got to do is turn around and Spark Supplies is right there. All you have to do is literally walk through the door, turn around, and come back. Spark Supplies is where all of the customization takes place. So everything that you unlock from this video, you will go and equip there. Once you go back and press the green button, it's going to tell you to tour the station, which you now do by activating a drill that is just off to the left. So you press the white button on that post and then jump up and grab this blue line. Now you can just hold on to the line if you want to do this on easy mode, but you can also throw yourself forward a little bit and grab the line again over and over again if you want to get it over with much faster. Drills like this where you have to collect these cubes are all over the Orion, and once you collect the last cube, you'll hear a sound letting you know that you've completed it. And the signpost that you click start on will record your time and your best time. Once you've gone all the way around the station and collected the last cube, you can just go back to the challenge board and press the green button again. And now that the entire board is complete, you can press the green button one more time, and that's going to unlock the optics bundle and some more colors for you. And if you want, you can head down into Spark Supplies and check them out right away. The next challenge board is the drills challenge board. This one is on the left side when you're facing into the Driftball district. And this one actually doesn't unlock anything, but it does give you XP and it helps you practice some skills. When you press the green button to unlock, it's going to tell you to complete calibration drills. Now I'm going to show you where they all are in this video, but if you ever need to find them, you can hit the ping button and this arrow will kind of point in the general direction, and it will ping faster or slower based on whether or not you are looking at it, and faster as you get closer to that drill. And let me just look away from it just to give you an example of what that sounds like. This first drill just requires you to slide down this ramp and go off the end of it. But one thing you'll notice is if you try to paddle down the ramp, you'll probably go slower than if you just let yourself slide. So this is a good example of when sliding is actually more beneficial than paddling. Starting back at the board again, your next drill is just right down the ramp and to your left. You're gonna press this button and then go collect all the cubes. And I'm gonna start speeding these up, but one general tip I have for all of these challenges is that you actually can just take your time. If all you're worried about is completing it and not setting a speed record, there is no reason to go fast. Just stay in control. The next drill is straight up from the challenge board on the second ring just to the left. You're gonna hit the button, and then the second cube is a pretty big jump, so make sure to hit down pretty hard. But other than that, this one is pretty straightforward. Once you're done with that, from the challenge board, you're gonna head to the right over to this little park area. And when you get there, you'll find your next drill at the base of this post. Now, 2 tips for these. One is you can hit down pretty hard to get up on top of these trees. And 2 is that you can use grip to break on top of the trees. Now that you've done 4 calibration drills, you can head back to the board and press the green button, and then it's going to tell you to complete calibration finals. All of the finals are actually right next to all of the ones we just did, so if you remember their spots, just go back to those and complete the drills that are right next to them. And remember these general tips. If you find that you're sliding off of things, you can use your brake to stop. If you find that you are not jumping far enough or high enough, you can usually hit down harder or get a faster running start. When you do get to this sliding finals, you might find that you don't get enough distance off the ramp to get on top of these, or you might. But if you don't, you can always just climb up the pole. So don't worry, take your time, stay in control. You'll get these done easy. When you get to the park finals, you can just go to the last challenge, turn around, and it's right under the base of that opposite post. And just like the first time, don't forget that you can break on top of trees and hit down harder if you find you're not getting enough height on any of these jumps. Once you completed all of those finals, you can head back to the board and hit the green button. And the next thing it's gonna ask you to do is dribble training. All the dribble training drills are kind of grouped up, and they definitely don't really require a tutorial. They give you plenty of time. They're more something that you will use for practice, but just for the sake sake of getting XP, I'm going to show you where all of them are so that you can complete them. There are 4 dribble training drills at this half court, and all you're going to do is carry the ball through all of the rings. These are a great thing to practice getting faster and faster at, because it's going to help you with your ball handling when you actually get into a drift ball match. Once you've done all 3 of the drills by the door, if you head out and to the left, there is 1 more dribble challenge at this half court. Once you're done with that one, you can head back to the board and press the green button, and then it's going to tell you to do the dribble training series, and there are a lot of these. From the board, you head down the ramp and then down this little tunnel ramp and down once more, and you will see 4 more drills for you to complete. And once you're done with those 4, you will notice this last one on your way out, and this one actually leads you to the next half court where there are 5 more drills. But in case you've already done that and you don't want to do it again, this is how you get there from the board. Once you're down there, you have 5 drills to complete, and then you can return to the board and press the green button. And since this challenge board is now complete, you can just press the green button again to claim your reward, which is nothing. But once again, getting good at those dribble challenges is gonna help you a lot in Driftball, so it's worth spending the time. Now we're on to the actual Driftball challenge board. This is the one that's gonna give you the Driftballers badge and 2 new teams and color sets. The first thing on this board is to complete shooting practice. So you can come down and go into any one of these training areas and hit begin on the shooting practice. The next thing it's gonna ask you to do is to complete goalie practice. So you can actually just go into any other training area and hit begin on the goalie practice and then leave. Now obviously you can stay and complete those practice sessions, but you don't need to. So if you wanna get it done fast, just do that, head right back to the board, hit the green button, and then if you back away and approach again, you can hit it again to complete the goalie practice. And then it's gonna tell you to play a game of Driftball. If you can find an empty arena, you can just jump in there and actually win the game by scoring on the other team 6 times. That's the fastest way to do this, but you can also just play a game of Driftball with other players like you normally would, and then come back and press the green button. And then it's gonna tell you to win a game of Driftball. And obviously this is a lot easier if you are alone. So if you can find an empty arena, maybe back in the Driftplex, and just score on the other team 6 times, that's the easiest way to do this. But again, if you just play enough with other people, you will eventually win a game of Driftball. And once you do, you can head back to that same challenge board, hit the green button, and then it's gonna tell you to score a goal, which hopefully you just did, especially if you just played all by yourself. So you can back up, press the green button again, and then it's gonna tell you to win 3 Driftball games. And here's a little trick for this one. If you can get on a low population server, go back into the Driftplex where there are multiple arenas available, you can actually jump between them and just leave the balls in the goal, and then just make sure that you're in the arena when the final whistle blows, so when that 6th goal is scored, and you can rack up these wins back to back to back without having to sit through every session of all 6 goals. But once you do have those 3 wins, you can head back to the board and press the green button. And this time you can press it twice because you have officially completed this entire board, and now you have the Driftballers badge and the new teams and color sets. And that means there is only 2 more challenge boards to do, and these are both pretty straightforward. If you fly straight back, you will see 2 challenge boards on top of this bridge that crosses over the plaza. For the Excelsior board, you need to play 50 Driftball matches, and for the Predator board, you need to win 20 Driftball matches. And you can use the method I just showed you to win all of those matches and play all of those matches. Or you can just play casually and win and play all of those matches. Once you've done that, you've officially unlocked everything there is to unlock in the Driftball district. Congratulations.